You may not have a lot of experience to add to your LinkedIn profile, and LinkedIn understands that, so they've added a volunteer area. So you can, if you volunteer for Habitat for Humanity or any of the different groups, you can add that to kind of show that you're doing stuff while you're in school. But if you would add a company, it's similar to your resume. You don't have to put so much detail into this. It's not a resume database. So you may want to, your title, the company, the years that you're there, and maybe just a brief summary of what you do for the company. All right, so I would just send an email, and I can introduce myself and let him know I'm interested in his position. Usually you're going to want to apply for the position before you contact a recruiter, because if somebody contacts me, I always have to tell them, please apply on the website and then let me know you've done so, because we can't accept unsolicited resumes. But if you have a question about the position before you want to apply, then you can say, before I apply online, I want to ask this question. And you may get back. The difference between LinkedIn and Facebook, it is important to know that LinkedIn is professional, and Facebook, it can be professional too, but you're probably going to have more friends and family and share different things that you would share on LinkedIn. So just remember that companies do search for you. They do Google searches sometimes. So if your Facebook isn't private and you have a picture of you being all crazy and fun, that might not be as great. So if you're doing a job search, you might want to hide that, or make the privacy settings so that it's not going to show up. People wouldn't.
Another thing on the referrals, that when you're requesting someone, can you recommend me? First of all, know that on the recipient side, because I get a lot of those too, it can take a lot of time. I mean, I have some that are in my inbox that have been in there months because I'm super busy. And so for me to sit down and write a recommendation for you for your LinkedIn, sometimes I'll just spend a Friday morning for a couple hours and catch up on all my people that want referrals. But so one thing, just understand that it takes people time, and so that it's not something that's going to necessarily turn around super quickly. But then the second thing that I guess I would recommend, just from someone who gets these, is when you're asking someone to recommend you, explain to them why you believe that based on our experience together, as when I was a student ambassador in the Career Management Center, or as when I was an officer in Women in Business Society, could you refer me based on this relationship that we have?